Read every day something which is other than your school book. Maybe it's a spiritual book, whether it's a knowledge book, general knowledge book, or you've come across a nice article to read, read. Even if it's one page of reading, get into a habit of reading.
Evening everyone. I am very fond of sketching. These are some of my favorite sketches. Cute Lord Ganesha on his cute vehicle Lord Mushak. Naughty little Krishna. Lord Shiva, the great and strong lion. Joker, and one of my favorite superhero, Batman. Thank you.
My hobbies are reading book. I love to cook different types of dishes. My day starts with the yoga asanas. These are some of the asanas which I have performed. I also love to play chess.
My hobbies are to do dance, classical styles, and many more dances. I usually like to play basketball in my school. I also know some of the horse riding. In my holidays, I made this project. I hope you like my hobbies. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my passion is playing taekwondo and my hobby is reading books. This is my favorite book which keeps me motivated. And this is my silver medal of Haryana Taekwondo State Championship of 2017. And this video is of favorite art.
जय धारी माँ। अंश आ जाओ बेटा।
गुड इवनिंग मैम।
गुड इवनिंग बच्चे। गुड इवनिंग।
Good evening, ma'am.
गुड इवनिंग। गुड इवनिंग बेटा।
Good evening, ma'am.
गुड इवनिंग। गुड इवनिंग। ब्लेस यू। अंश मानव। हाँ, मानव इज ज्वाइंड। अंश इज ज्वाइंड। अंश 1 मिनट रुकते हैं हम, अंश भी आ जाएगा। अच्छा चलो, लेट अंश ज्वाइन। थोड़ा सा सिग्नल का इशू होगा। आप सबको जय धारी माँ। मम्मी जय धारी माँ। हमारी ऑडियंसेस का स्वागत है। बच्चों, आप सबकी आराध्या को नमो। 1 मिनट नमो करो। जिनको भी मानते हो नमो करो मन में। Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. हमारी ऑडियंसेस हमारे साथ जुड़े। कमेंट सेक्शन में जो भी आपकी इच्छा है आप कमेंट्स को उसमें शेयर करें। वी विल रिफ्लेक्ट ऑन देम। हमारे बच्चे अनसंग हीरो को शेयर करेंगे, फिर मम्मी उनसे बात करेंगे। We've lost our connectivity with मैम। अभी ज्वाइन करेंगे और अंश ने भी ज्वाइन करना है। कनिष्क हमारा सबसे यंग वॉलंटियर है विद डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव लर्निंग। कनिष्क कैसा लग रहा है बेटा?
अच्छा लग रहा है, फीलिंग नाइस मैम टू वर्क विद डेमोंस्ट्रेटिव लर्निंग एंड वॉलंटियरिंग एंड like to volunteer with demonstrative learning. I am feeling very good.
आवाज ऊंची करो.
Ma'am, now I'm
हाँ,
audible.
yes, बिल्कुल ठीक है.
Okay, ma'am. So yes, ma'am, I'm feeling very good, ma'am. That I'm volunteering demonstrative learning, like editing reels, IGTV, etc.
हाँ, हाँ. तो आपने कहाँ से सीखा?
So, ma'am, I just to be honest, I learned it from my own self, ma'am. One day I looked at my friend. He was editing some of the videos. So
अच्छा.
I thought it was I thought it was so interesting. So I thought मेरे को कि मुझे भी ये करना चाहिए. मुझे भी एडिट थोड़े बहुत सीखने चाहिए. So I asked him that from which app did he edited. See, so he said that कि वो ऐप कैपकट है और उसके लिए एक VPN भी लगता है.
हाँ.
As my sister Kaina also taught me about it. She is there.
She's here. बुलाओ.
Kaina.
हाँ,
Good evening,
Kaina's
ma'am.
here. Kaina's your sister.
Yes, ma'am. We both are
Right.
friends here.
Wonderful. Your real brother sister, twins? No,
No, ma'am. Cousins.
cousins. वही because your age is the same. So Kanishk ने सीखा and now see जो सीखा he is utilizing it and he is the youngest volunteer with DL. अच्छा, कायना आप बताओ आपने कोई स्किल पिकअप करी जो आपको बहुत अच्छी लग रही है इस वक्त?
Ma'am, I also love to do editing. I also edit some videos also. And ma'am, one day I was editing with Kanish only for Kiran Bedi ma'am birthday video. So ma'am, I also take my passions are to do play games, indoor games like my volleyball and basketball also. My interests are these also. But then side by side, I also love to read some few of my favorite books and doing some editing in my free time and doing some artworks.
तो सीखो, खूब सीखो, कुछ भी सीखा हुआ जाया नहीं जाता, तो सीखते जाओ. Aditi, what are you fond of?
I love to perform different yoga asanas like Dhanurasan. I also love to cook different types of dishes.
Wonderful,
And I also like to make different types of origami crafts.
wonderful, great. Acha, tell me one thing. When you're cooking, do you do everything on your own? The cutting, the chopping, the
Yes, ma'am.
cooking? हाँ,
I know some dishes. I know some dishes.
that's very important that you know how to cook a dish from start to finish,
Yes, ma'am.
right? And then you help mommy in cleaning up and putting the utensils back?
Yes.
That's a must. That's a must, na?
Yes.
Yes, yes, wonderful. Bless beta. Manav, आप बताओ anything you've picked up, a skill you've picked up?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I learned to play guitar, and ma'am, I learned to play some of the tunes in the guitar. And ma'am, previously I was also playing taekwondo, which is my favorite sport, ma'am. And I played taekwondo for a few years.
Taekwondo, and you love to play the guitar.
Yes, ma'am.
Pursue that. Pursue your guitar because your guitar is going to be with you always.
Yes, ma'am. Right.
Make your guitar your friend. है ना? Give it a name. Manav, give your guitar a name. Make it your friend.
Ma'am, my friend, ma'am, which
Your,
name I should get?
your guitar, give it a name. Have a bond with it. Make it your friend.
Okay, ma'am.
है ना?
Right.
And do you say a prayer before you start playing your guitar?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Very nice.
Thank you.
Do we have ma'am's connectivity back?
Yes, almost. I'm back with you. Almost.
Okay. Children,
Sorry for this. Sorry
the
for
four
this.
of you, yes,
Okay.
yes. Mommy, they are going to speak about their unsung hero, but before
Go ahead.
that, we are going to show you a little clip. Let's see
Okay,
a
go
clip.
ahead. All right.
Ji, should the children talk about their unsung hero?
Yes, beta, please ask them.
Ansh is yet to join us.
Who's to
All
join
right.
yet?
Ansh is yet to join us.
Okay.
Kaina, you want to talk about your unsung hero?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, my unsung hero is Kamala Devi Chattopadhyay. She was a social reformer and freedom activist. She was most known for her contribution for the independence movement, and she was born on 3rd April 1903 in Bangalore, Madras. And she was the first lady to get stand for election in Madras. And sadly, she died on 29 October 1988 at the age of 85 years. And by the way, she lost the election, but she pointed the way of the movements in India. And she got many awards like that: Raman Mangasaya Award in 1966, Padma Bhushan Award in 1955, and Padma Vibhushan Award in 1987.
Very good. I'm glad. I knew this lady. I'm so glad that you chose her.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good. I'm glad. How did you search her?
Ma'am, in my previous class also I read few things about her, and a few weeks ago I researched about her on Google and take all information and know some do some researches on her.
Very nice. Okay. So let's go to Manav. Manav, you tell us about your unsung hero. And by the way, children, Doordarshan is going to plan, I think, from 16th to 17th of August. Wait for the announcement. Book reading team will also do so. They're starting a whole series on unsung heroes. A whole series. So, Saina, remember to announce it once it comes, and our book reading group should totally watch it. We should all watch it. The unsung heroes, particularly youth. So, there's going to be a very good series on the Doordarshan. Okay? All right. Go ahead, Manav.
Okay, so the name of my unsung hero is Ma'am Peer Ali Khan. Peer Ali Khan was born in Ma'am 1812. He was a bookseller and he used to distribute important pamphlets and coded messages to the freedom fighters. He was an Indian revolutionary and rebel who participated in the Indian independence movement. Peer Ali Khan led the great movement of the Great Revolt of 1857. He conducted many campaigns against the British government, but unfortunately he got arrested on the July 3, 1857 along with three followers. And then he got death punishment for participating in the Indian independence movement. Thank you.
How did you get him?
What ma'am?
How did you search him? What made you identify?
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, I searched him on the Google, and ma'am, I read so many articles. And much information was not given on the ma'am, of him, and ma'am, his birthplace was also not the same on the many websites. So, ma'am, I have to do a lot of research.
That's the whole objective, is to encourage you to research such legends.
Yes, ma'am.
And that will help you in your academics also. When you do get into habit of research, then you research other things also. You start doing research in academics also.
Right.
Yes, okay. Aditi, your turn.
So my unsung hero is Kranti Siha Nana Patil. Nana Patil was popularly known as Kranti Siha, which means a revolutionary lion. He was a freedom fighter and a member of parliament of Communist Party of India, representing the Bed district of Marathwada region. He was the source of inspiration for the people. He was the founder member of Hindustan Republican Association, who went underground between 1929 and 1932. Patil was imprisoned 8 or 9 times during the struggle war with British Raj from 1932 to 1942. He went underground for the second time for 44 months during the Quit India movement in 1942. He was active mainly in Pasgaon, Kahanpur, Valva, and South Karad talukas in Satara district. For a few months, he stayed in the village of Purandar and received help from the Patils. Patil's method was direct attack on the colonial government and was accepted mainly in the district. Thank you.
Are youngsters realizing what prices these people have paid for us?
Yes,
Living
ma'am.
under, living underground all the time, saving themselves from the Britishers is no joke. How scared, how not scared, in a way, how what all precautions they'd had to take, and their whole movement was so restricted. So was their family contacts. So that's the whole objective of identifying unsung heroes, and what prices they paid for all of us. Kanishk, your turn.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. So my unsung hero is Nelson Mandela. So, ma'am, Nelson Mandela was born on 5 July to 5 July 18 July 1918, and his mother name was Nosa Kenny and his father's name was Golda Henry. So, ma'am, when he was at the age of 7, his mother sent him to the Methodist school, and his teacher gave him the full name of Nelson. When he began studying law, he was the only black African student where he faced a lot of racism, but still he worked hard and didn't give up. And he later on became an activist and a politician. He also became the president of ANC African National Congress from 1991 to 1997. He was also got more than 250 honors, including the Nobel Peace Prize. But we lost him on but we lost him on 5 December 2013.
He has written a book.
Thank
Are you aware of the book he's written?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I will read that, but I am aware of about his quote, his famous quote that symbolizes the youth. So, ma'am, I want to share that quote. And no country can be developed unless the people are educated. So this quote directly symbolizes that if youth, the people of the country, will be educated and will be aware about their government, so they will help to make the future to improve the future of the country.
Oh, he's not an unsung hero, but a very celebrated hero. He's a Nobel Peace Prize. He's not an unsung hero. In fact, he's a very celebrated hero. And there is a Nelson Mandela Day, which is celebrated. Nelson Mandela rules of prisons are, in fact, that day is dedicated to him. I think 2 days ago, Nelson Mandela day was celebrated, and he
Ma'am, 18
spent
July.
many years in the jail, called the Robin. And one of the first things he did when he came out was forgiveness. He forgave. He forgave all those who imprisoned him for so long. He is a hero of modern times. You must listen to him. Here, there's a book, Long March to Freedom, and one is book. Secondly, there is a lot of films, short films on him on YouTube and on the websites. You must watch him. You must watch him. He's a modern day hero. You can relate with him. A very good and a great man who talked about unity. Okay, Ansh?
Yes, ma'am, I
Ansh?
will.
Yes, please do. Ansh, all of you boys and girls should do. Okay, Ansh, you. I don't get your sound. Ansh, no sound.
अंश बेटा वॉल्यूम
Hello, ma'am.
ऑडियो
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
हाँ
Yes,
but
now.
we need a little volume.
Good evening, ma'am. My name is Ansh Dubey, and I am a student of class 9, Charlotte Public School.
We having technology issues today,
Yes.
plenty, no? On my side as well as your side. Yes,
Sorry,
Ansh?
ma'am. Ma'am, I am today very fortunate that I have got this chance to tell about my unsung hero of my region. But before going to that, I am very fortunate that I was born at a historical place, Chauri Chara, Gorakhpur. We all know about the Chauri Chara incident, because of which the non-cooperation movement in 1922 was withdrawn by Gandhi ji. But today, I am going to talk about my unsung hero. My unsung hero's name was Amar Shahid Babu Bandhu Singh Srinath from the Domri Riyasat near Gorakhpur. He was born at 1st May 1833. He was a master at the guerrilla war strategy and an extreme devotee of Tarkulnaha Devi, a part of Devi Durga. He was from his childhood very angry and furious by the British rude reaction to the women and the children of India. Offered many heads of Britishers in the footsteps of Devi Tarkulnaha, but at last, because of betraying by his own people, he was captured by the British police officers. He was sentenced to be death, hanged in front of the public. On 12th August 1857, on the Ali Nagar Chauraha, Gorakhpur, he was hanged for 6 times. But then also he was not dying, because every time the knot of the rope broken, and the seventh time he prayed to Devi to give him mukti, and so that he can display that at a such young age of 22 he can sacrifice his life for the devotion of his to his Devi and to the nation. And after that, all the people of that place got inspired. And last but not the least, the part of Devi Durga, Devi Tarkulna, is being worshipped at Tarkulna near Gorakhpur today also. And I am very fortunate that I was born at a place where there were so many freedom strugglers who have sacrificed their life for our freedom. Thank you.
Oh, that's deep. That's truly very deep and well researched. And you've been reading books. You've all read some book. Would you like to share, Tanya, Kaina, any book you read recently?
Ma'am, I'm not able to hear. Can you speak again, ma'am, please?
बेटा रिसेंटली आपने कोई बुक पढ़ी है कोई भी किताब पढ़ी है
Yes, ma'am. One of my favorite book, and I have read it many times, is this, ma'am. David Copperfield.
अच्छा
Very good.
then
What did you read about him?
Ma'am, in this it tells about how to do hard work, and this one in this story, one boy named David, he lost his father at a very young age, and his mother, and he has to struggle very hard. As the time goes, his mother also died, and now he was alone and orphan. So this story teaches me also that how to do hard work on your own, stand on your own, and do some work for yourself, stand for yourself.
कितने पेजेस पढ़े अभी तक?
Ma'am, I have read the book. The last chapter is left only.
So what is your learning from this book?
मम्मी
Ma'am,
वही
learning-
बताओ है ना हाँ
Okay.
आप
What's your
बताओ
learning?
लर्निंग बताओ मेहनत करते हैं हाँ मेहनत करनी है
Ma'am, the learning only that I learned from that right now is that how the teenagers have to go from these all now things and hard work and more about like this of the life, what the life about, what is life, and all these hard work struggles for the kids.
Okay, Manav, you read the book?
Yes, ma'am, I have also read the book. And
Share,
the
share.
name Yes, ma'am. The name of that book is Ma'am Elon Musk. Ma'am, it's all about Ma'am Elon Musk.
What you're learning from the book.
I'm learning that nothing is ma'am impossible in this world, and he made the reusable rocket with the help of ma'am books only. He only read the books, and ma'am now is the owner of the most successful companies ma'am, like SpaceX and Tesla.
What's his name, you said?
Ma'am Elon Musk.
Elon
Since you
Musk.
talked about space scientist, you must track the news of Mr. Nambi Narayanan these days. Have you seen Rocketry movie?
Ma'am, which movie?
Rocketry.
No, not yet.
All of you children, Saina, would you like to put this in the group to to see the movie Rocketry? All children must see the movie Rocketry. It's a whole learning for them now. Okay, I think if you don't go to the studio, it's about to come on the OTP also. So look out for that announcement when it comes on the over. Okay, on the OTP. Okay, on the OTP
Yes,
platform. So over the top platform, this way you'll be able to not miss it. But we'll keep track. If you can see it in the cinema halls nearby, excellent. If you can't, then must wait, but see it. We will discuss it one day in our Friday book show. We will discuss the movie one day. We will invite only those children on that show who have seen the movie. Okay? But
yes.
look out the news about it. There are lots of interviews on him on the YouTube channels. You can watch it. Actor Madhavan has acted the role of Nambi. Actor Madhavan. He has played the role of Nambi. Okay? It's a very important you talked about scientists and space. I think it's very important that you track. Aditi, which is your book?
Ma'am, I recently not read, but I have read some of the parts of Vice and Otherwise of Sudhamurthy. In this book, she shares her experience both about her teaching and her social work.
Ha. She's a very versatile writer. She was our first guest on the Bachi. You can watch her on YouTube also. A very dedicated social worker and person who lives a very high moral values, very high values. Okay, read about her a little more.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you, have you read a book recently? Because we'd asked you to read a book and also tell us which book have you recently read. Have you? Ganesh, carry on.
She's
Switch on the mic and speak.
अनुष्का, आप बताओ कोई बुक पढ़ी आपने रिसेंटली क्या?
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. Yes, ma'am. I read that your book only, ma'am. Fearless Governance.
अरे वाह क्या
Yes,
पढ़ा?
ma'am, in that book I read about the mantra that you give SWOT, strength, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. And also and you briefly told each and every incident that happened while you were the lieutenant governor of Puducherry. Like you also banned the VIP siren, open defecation free ODF, and
Very
some
good.
matters happened with the honorable CM during that time.
Very nice.
Yes, ma'am.
What
I
did,
totally read total 23 chapters.
wow.
As there are so many chapters, so I read till that only.
Was it easy to read?
Yes, ma'am. Little bit difficult. Not we cannot say that it is too easy. Little bit difficult, little bit easy, medium.
How in what way was it difficult?
Ma'am, understanding the matters that happened with the honorable CM, that
Yeah,
about the politics itself.
yeah, that would be little beyond your age.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's interesting
That
that you
why
read
it
that.
happened. Yes, ma'am. It was yes, ma'am. It was truly interesting, ma'am.
Good. Carry on reading. It will help you.
Okay, ma'am. Okay,
As you
ma'am.
grow,
Yes,
you
ma'am. Surely.
start understanding it. Ansh, what about you?
Yes, ma'am. Surely.
Thank you, Kanish. Ansh, what
Recent,
about you?
Ma'am, I recently read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It was a fantastic book that teaches me different lessons of life, and also in a fictional story it tells that what the life is. It is like a kite that can go anywhere, and like a road that can move to any path. And I like this book because it has a simple language, it is very short, and it also teaches me two different and very important life lessons. Firstly, if we are going to attain a success in the path of life, we should always don't stop moving, because if we stop moving at any point of life, then we will not be able to attain success. And secondly, we should always follow our heart and mind, because this combination always help us attain success and also help us being adventurous throughout the journey.
Okay. Saina, we done with the unsung heroes and we done with the book they by and large read. What next would you want?
They would like to ask you some questions.
Okay. All
जी.
right. Kaina, would you like to ask your question?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, my question is that how to become successful like you, ma'am?
Your question, which I got it in on my plate, is in life what things to become successful, and what things we can do for society side by side of education.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's first understand what is success. What do you call success?
Ma'am, success is to achieve something from the hard work you have put in that thing and to achieve something.
What you set out to
Yes,
achieve,
ma'am. Sorry, what did you say?
to what you set out to. What you
I'm
set
not.
out. Are you not hearing me clearly, Saina?
No, ma'am. The voice is little bit breaking.
Saina, am I clear?
थोड़ा सा है
Yes,
मम्मी.
Now am I better?
जी जी.
Okay.
yes, ma'am. Now audible.
Okay. So what is success? You said, what is success in your mind?
Ma'am, in my mind, I want to be in my future, ma'am. I want to become a teacher or a doctor, or and ma'am like that. If I want to become the doctor, so I will help. My goal is to help everyone. Sharing is caring, ma'am. So I want to help everyone in every situation, and that want to become a successful doctor. Ma'am, till
Yeah, but
then, now my goal is right
I am
now.
asking you, what is success in your mind? You want to become a doctor, you become a doctor, it's success, right? As according to you. What is success? Is to achieve something you set out to and you achieve it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So success is where you set a goal or a destination and you work towards it and that you achieve it. Now, supposing you don't achieve it, but you continue to make the effort and you don't achieve it, are you a failure or a success?
Ma'am, I guess I'm both only right now. Ma'am, sometimes I fail. Sometimes we have to face the failure also, and sometimes we have to face the success also at the same
So,
time, ma'am.
would you consider making the right effort a success? Making a good effort, a right effort, also success? You may not get the achievement, but you may not get the trophy. But is making the effort also success?
Yes, ma'am.
So, it's the way you define. Whatever you set out to achieve, you achieve that. That's very good. You want this trophy, you want this trophy, you want this trophy, and you work towards it and you get it. But you work towards it, but you didn't get the trophy. So are you failure?
No, ma'am.
Why?
Ma'am, because Ma'am, because we make a effort to word. If we know that if we are not getting it, but still we are making an effort, so that's why this we call it success, I guess, ma'am.
So your success could be the joy in making the effort. The joy, somebody talk about heart and soul. Putting the heart and soul in the effort and getting the joy of the effort is also success.
Yes, ma'am.
So you can define, you can expand the definition of success.
Okay, ma'am.
So success is not only which achieving this trophy. Success is in the effort you're doing, and the process that you enjoy the effort is also success. Because in life, it's not only about trophies, it's about right effort, with right attitude, with right intentions, right? And then getting the joy of fulfillment, a sense of fulfillment that you've done your duty, you've done your best. So I wanted you as students to expand your definition of success. That's why I was trying to give it to you.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, you said things we can do for society side by side for of education. What you can do now as a student, what can you do? Think. Think.
Ma'am, I can make an effort and help everyone. Ma'am, like
Think. Manav, can you share? What can you do as students for society? Aditi, what can we do at the moment as students for society? Kanishk, Ansh, would you like any one of you answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead, Ansh.
Ma'am, I think so that for doing anything educational for the society, I think so we should first
I
study
can't hear
on
you.
everything and everything.
I can't hear you.
We should always.
Speak
Hello, ma'am.
properly in the mic.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Ma'am, I think so that being giving some society the in educational manner something is to study first everything properly, and if we study anything properly, then we are be able to.
So, first, you are saying we build our own selves and educate
Yes, ma'am.
ourselves better and solidly to build ourselves for the society at the moment. Focus
Yes,
on
ma'am.
what you are wanting to focus on your own education so that you build yourself for society. Kanishk,
Yes, ma'am.
anything else? What can you do for society at the moment as young children? You're only 12 years old.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, first of all, I want to say that I agree with Ansh Bhaiya's thought he, ma'am, first of all, before helping for the society, so we should build ourselves for, like, if we will read, like, if we will have some creativity, reading books and educate ourselves more and more, knowing more about the society, so then we can only build the society better only. मैम ऐसा तो है
Aditi,
नहीं कि अगर हम कुछ
अच्छा,
पढ़ेंगे ना तो हम बिना
तो आप
उसके
भी
चले
कह रहे हो
जाएं
कि
हेल्प करने।
आप भी कह रहे हो मैं अपने आप पढ़ूं और लायक बनूं। अदिति, आप?
Ma'am, I would help by giving some books to the poor people who have to study. I would help them.
You can share.
Yes.
Okay. Manav, any idea? Manav? Manav, can you hear me? Okay. Kaina, have you thought about it?
Ma'am, yes, I thought about that same Aditi in my mind only, ma'am. I was thinking that, ma'am, we can give some, first we can educate ourselves, then give people to the knowledge, and then people also spread the knowledge and knowledge by that cycle. So, ma'am, first of all, I
Yeah.
also think that now
So, ma'am,
we
I
should
would like to help my country. Yes, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, Manav, carry on. I think there's a lag, sound lag to Manav. That's why he woke up later. Can you hear me, Kaina?
Yes, ma'am.
I think what I would like to, Saina, would you like to answer this? What can they do as children to help society?
What can they do as children to help society?
Yeah.
So yes, ma'am. So ma'am, I was saying that I would like to help my country by solving the majority problem faced by the citizens.
Ah. Anything short answer, Saina, if it comes to your mind?
You just all need to grow up well. You need to nurture and nourish yourself. You need to take care of your homes. You need to take care of your relationships. You need to take care of your heart, body, soul, mind. That's your society. You need to be healthy, happy, content. You need to have a strong skill set. You need to be independent and interdependent. You need to pray. Peter, when you yourself are nurtured, nourished, you're looking after yourself, and you go out there in the world, tell me, what isn't actually in your hand? What can you contribute? The greatest contribution is you, your own self. And your first immediate space is your home. So take care of that. I have a little thought for you. I'll share it with you in my takeaway. But
Okay. So can I?
nurture and nourish
All
yourself.
right. So while we wait for her takeaway in the end, Kaina, Aditi, Kanishk, Ansh, I think your best contribution which you can make to the society is right now form good habits, because all these habits will get expressed in strengthening your life, and your life directly related to society and the community and your families. All the good habits. Look at your own habits. Are you are you organized? Are you punctual? Are you hardworking? Are you fond of your studies? Are you working hard on your own or has somebody to tell you? Are you doing extra reading? Are you doing yoga? Are you spiritually inclined? Do you pray? Do you say thank you for everything? Do you help your youngsters, younger brothers, sisters, and friends? Do you share? Do you respect your elders? Have you developed a sense of service to the service to the and gratitude to Almighty, but service towards those, to see who you can help, not lead selfish lives, but a sense of giving. Do you save or do you just spend? Do you demand or do you say, I'm okay with happy with what I have? All these are habits. If you form right habits at this age, that is building society. Because all these habits will not be back to you. You will be expressing them in your work habits, living habits, family habits, social habits, community habits. All these are habits. But habits formed now, not telling lies, telling the truth, not gossiping, no cheating, living an honest life. This is all habits. If you build these habits now, hard work, then you will succeed in your life also, but that will also be building the society. So, forming your own habits. So, list out, look at your own habits and see which are the habits you should like to strengthen and which are the habits you're proud of. Maintain good habits, helping your parents at home, those who come and cook and clean for you, be with them, help them, respect them. All these are good habits. giving habits, gratitude habits, praying habits, yoga habits, playing habits, exercise habits, eating right habits, thinking right habits, thinking right habits, small little meditation habits. See, these are all habits. You understand now? Okay, friend? Okay, Aditi, your question?
Ma'am, your life journey is from an honest IPS officer to a politician. So, which according to you is the best journey?
My khaki journey. My journey in uniform.
But what is the reason, ma'am?
The khaki uniform puts you into a uniform which is like a temple. So the temple, its uniform is me and uniform. Khadi is not me. Khaki is me. That's my nature. Every one of us have a likes and dislikes, preferences. I don't have a dislike, but I have a preference for khaki. Because khaki, when you wear, it's a whole new aura of discipline, service, giving, integrity, gratitude, all these habits. That's what goes along with me as far as I'm concerned in khaki. And I'm trained for it. I'm also trained. I'm oriented. That's the nature. I'm more comfortable in that. Okay, your question, Kanishk.
Yes, ma'am. So my question is, what do you think, ma'am, that how youth can help to improve the future of this country, India?
The answer I've explained is to build a better youth. And youth is each one of you. Youth is a combination of all of you. Youth is an age. Youth is an age. Youth is energy. Youth is attitudes. Youth is thinking. Youth is the health of the nation. Youth is strength. A country which has healthy youth, skilled youth, educated youth, patriotic youth which loves the country, which is serving, which is grateful, value based, has Vivekanandas. What was Vivekananda? Vivekananda was youth. So
Yes, ma'am.
imagine,
Swami Vivekanand.
yeah. So 500 million Vivekanandas. What will happen? What was Vivekananda? Nothing but spiritual purity. He was purity, purity in thought and action and deed, and service and knowledge, and also man of values. It's man making. He was always on, and he was very promoting good health all the time. And he said, he had said, you want to find God, you will find God on the football field. He was very fond of youth playing, being healthy. So, but is youth only one youth, or is it youth 500 million today, or 400 million? That's youth. When everyone takes care of themselves, it's a youthful country. It's a healthy country. It's a skilled country, which is away from drugs, which is away from intoxicants. See, healthy youth, which values time, invests time into themselves. A youth which values its time builds a nation. Because valuing time means skilled, educated, character building. So a character built youth builds a nation. Okay. Now your question, Ansh.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, my question is that
I cannot hear you. Your mic is not right. These hand mics are not useful. I think when we get the students on, we should see that they don't have hand mics, because hand mics are also not very good. Okay, carry on, Ansh.
Ma'am, in this world of distraction, of technology and social media, where everyone is distracted from
You are saying, how do you
study
manage
focused
time
on their
during
work.
school life? This is your question? This is your question?
Ma'am,
How do you manage time during school
ma'am,
life? You manage, this is your question? Yes? I'm sorry. I'll have to switch to Manu. Manu, your question
So, ma'am, my question is, ma'am, how to choose the best career option?
is to ask yourself what you want. What do you
Yes,
want?
ma'am, but ma'am, we
You
don't
need
know
to
that.
ask, if you
Right,
like
ma'am.
what your parents are doing, that's a profession. If you like what your friends are doing, that's a profession. If you have to ask yourself, what are you happy with? What are
Yes,
you
ma'am. But ma'am, we don't
wanting?
know whether we will be successful or not. So, ma'am, how to ma'am do that?
Then that success will depend on your effort. If you're looking for the armed forces, automatically you'll go for disciplined life, fitness life, competitive, and one of utmost patriotism. It depends on what you like and what you want, and everything then has a background. If you want to be a professor, then you have to be academic oriented, research oriented, read a lot, research a lot, think a lot, reflect a lot, and then teach, and then communicate. You understand? It depends on what you like. If you're looking for business, that you want to earn a lot, and you want to create, and you want to be marketing, then you'll go to management schools, and you learn all those financial management, personal management, administrative management. You'll do. It depends on what you like. Ask yourself. Nobody else knows what you like. Can I tell Manav? Can I tell
Right.
you, Manav, this is what you like? I don't know. You only you know. Okay? Only you know what you like. Get it? Okay. So are you back? The boy, I think the other boy is not still back. Okay. Would you like to wrap up, Saina? The last word, please. We got 5 minutes to go.
जी बच्चों, your parents are watching with you right now. Your mommy papa are watching with you. हाँ, Aditi,
Yes,
Anish,
ma'am.
Manav.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. उन सबको नमस्ते, जय धारी माँ। आज थोड़ी सी आपसे बात करने का मन कर रहा है इस टेक अवे में, क्योंकि बच्चों की उम्र 13 साल की है और 14 साल की है, तो ये टेक अवे शायद आपके साथ शेयर कर रही हूँ, पर बच्चों के लिए भी है। बेटा, आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, आप किताबें पढ़ रहे हो, बहुत अच्छी बात है, पढ़ो, खूब पढ़ाई करो, खूब करियर की तरफ बढ़ो। करियर तो बनाना है। ये बात मैं आपको बाद में नहीं बोल सकती, मुझे आपको आज ही बोलना, क्योंकि ये बात ही ऐसी है। अभी से तैयारी करो टू गेन नॉलेज that will not fail you in life. You have to gain knowledge which is relevant for you, जो आपके काम आए। अब बात समझ रहे हो?
Yes,
आपको
ma'am.
ऐसा हाँ, आपको ऐसा नॉलेज गेन करना है जो आपके काम आए। धैर्य क्या होता है? सीखो। एक्सेप्ट करना क्या होता है? सीखो। अडेप्ट करना क्या होता है? सीखो। मम्मी पापा से पूछो, व्हाट इज इट टू थिंक ऑन योर फीट। कोई आपके साथ गलत कर रहा है, उसको माफ करना क्या होता है? सीखो। जब आप किताबें पढ़ते हो आपके दिल को क्या छुआ उसमें से? you might not pick up that book again, लेकिन उसमें से क्या आपको ऐसा मिला जो जिंदगी भर आपके काम आएगा? कुछ स्किल्स सीखो जो हमेशा आपके साथ रहेंगी। अगर आप मेहनत सीख रहे हो तो उसको मेक इट अ पार्ट ऑफ योर बीइंग। मेहनत क्या होता है सीखो। कहाँ बोलना है, कहाँ नहीं बोलना सीखो। तो जितना भी ज्ञान, जितना भी नॉलेज गेन कर रहे हो, वो ऐसा नॉलेज ज्ञान गेन करो जो आपको जिंदगी भर काम आएगा, आपके लिए रेलेवेंट होगा, आपका साथ निभाएगा। ज्ञान एक सच्चा साथी होता है। वो ज्ञान अगर आपके काम नहीं आया एंड इट वर्क्स अगेंस्ट यू, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ नॉलेज इज दैट? Aditi, you understanding what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Kanishk,
Yes,
हर बारी कई बारी अपनी बात नहीं मनवा सकते।
yes, ma'am.
दूसरे की कैसे समझनी है, अपनी कैसे समझानी है। सुनना सीखो, सब्र सीखो, ये सब सीखो। गेन नॉलेज दैट इज ट्रूली ट्रूली रेलेवेंट फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू। एक ये बात सीखो, ये आपके पेरेंट्स को एक रिक्वेस्ट है, अपने बच्चों से रोज उनको शाम को लेके बैठें एंड टॉक टू देम अबाउट लाइफ, रियल लाइफ। बेटा एक और ऐसी चीज है जिसका कोई सब्स्टिट्यूट नहीं है लाइफ में। क्या है वो चीज? मेहनत। आप किसी और को बोल सकते हो मेरे लिए मेहनत करके आ जाना, और मेरे लिए वो एक्सपीरियंस लेकर आ जाना, मेरे लिए वो सीख लेकर आ जाना और मुझे दे देना। नहीं ना?
No, ma'am, नहीं बोल सकते।
No.
No, ma'am.
इसका कोई सब्स्टिट्यूट नहीं है, तो ढूंढना भी मत। आगे बढ़ना है, कुछ सीखना है तो खुद करो। आप किसी और को नहीं बोल सकते I'll give you crores of rupees, give me your experience, give me your learnings. Money can't buy that. Give me your goodness, give me your habits, give me your character, strong character traits. Can anybody else give it to you?
No, ma'am.
खुद करो। खुद करने की ताकत को पहचानो। और एक और छोटी सी बात, क्योंकि ये बहुत सारी बातें हो गई, आप सबके अंदर एक बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग ताकत और ऊर्जा है, उसको जागृत करो। That only prayer will do. आप अपने सपनों को पूरा कर सकते हो, अच्छे सपनों को पूरा कर सकते हो, अपने मुकाम तक पहुंच सकते हो। उस ताकत को जागृत करो। तो मैंने आपसे दोनों बातें करी, तीनों बातें। गेन नॉलेज दैट इज रेलिवेंट फॉर योर लाइफ। मेहनत का कोई सब्स्टिट्यूट नहीं है। और अंदरूनी ताकत, आत्मबल, आत्मा का बल, उसको जागृत करो। वो प्रार्थना और समर्पण से आएगा। ये तीनों चीजें लेके जिंदगी में आगे बढ़ो। एंड आई होप एंड प्रे दैट आप सबके पेरेंट्स ने जो मैं आज फील कर रही हूँ वो भी महसूस करा और अपने बच्चों को ये देंगे। वो
Good.
बच्चों
So we'll stay connected, children. We will stay connected. You'll be part of the book reading group and you'll keep getting morning messages. Stay connected. Okay, children?
जी।
Okay, Kaina?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
All right, Manav. And thank you, Kanishk, for coming again.
He's our youngest volunteer of TL.
Yes, that's nice.
जी
He's
एंड
very
अभी
talented.
जी
Kanishk is
अभी
very
जो हम एक
talented.
वीडियो देखेंगे वो कनिष्क ने बनाए एंड देन वी
Achha.
विल
Kanishk is very talented.
Taina
Very.
and Kanish are cousins.
Achha. Good. Good.
And
Good to see.
Aditi, bless you, Manav. Ansh, beta, bless you. कोई बात नहीं, connectivity नहीं थी. Now this is a knowledge that you will learn. होता है. But you've been a part of a wonderful show, or you've been a part of this event. So you're a part of us. होता है लाइफ में, कोई बात नहीं. You've been a part of the program. So सब बहुत हंसते खेलते रहो. A lot of love to
Okay.
you. हाँ
Okay.
जी. और
Thank you.
आप सबको एक रिक्वेस्ट है, हमारे डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव लर्निंग का एक ऐप है, आप उसको फोन पे डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं ताकि थोड़ी आसानी होगी आपको प्रोग्राम्स की नोटिफिकेशन मिलने के लिए, अगर आप चाहें तो. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया जी.
Thank you.
आपको जी
Thank you.
जी
Bye bye.
जय
Bye
हरि माँ.
bye. Thank you.
जय.
I love to read books, but my favorite book is Vice and Other Vice of Sudhamurti, which makes us to look back into our life. In this book, she shares us with a remarkable experience gained both by a teacher and a social worker. Filled with a humor and homespun wisdom, the books give us a vivid experience of Sudhamurti's work and her philosophy. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My favorite book is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. In the book, there was a man who had a long journey with different difficulties. The book teaches me two things. Firstly, we should always focus on our goal and never stop moving. Secondly, we should always follow our heart and mind because this combination always helps us attain success. Thanks.
One of my favorite books is this David Copperfield. In this story, the boy named David, when he was young, his father died. In this story, mother and David has to struggle very hard, and this story teaches me that we should do hard work and never give up.
Everyone, as you can see, a book in my hand. This book is all about Elon Musk and it's an incredible book. The writer of this book is Ashley Vance. This book motivates me a lot, and whenever I get demotivated, I read this book. This book tells that how a person whose name is Elon Musk did a lot of hard work to achieve his goal. He is the owner of most successful companies like SpaceX and Tesla.